Here we go!
Sound check. Alright, magandang gabi mga ka-TSC. So, andito na naman tayo sa isang Cabal and Podcast. At meron tayong special guest tonight from VNBrothers. VNBrothers Guild. So, meron tayong isang Vietnamese guild leader at isa ding Pinoy guild leader. So, ito talaga ang tunay na essence ng ating mixed server, di ba? So, bago tayo mag-start mga ka-TSC, i-like and share naman natin ang ating live stream. So, sabayan nyo na muna ako na i-share natin ang ating live stream para magtuloy-tuloy na ang ating discussion. So kung meron kayong katanungan sa ating mga guests, kung may gusto kayong ipatanong sa ating mga guests, i-comment nyo lang dyan sa comment section at kung kaya nila sagutin, syempre, sasagutin natin yan. Kung hindi naman, wala tayong magagawa. Pero as much as possible, syempre, susubukan natin yang sagutin lahat ng katanungan. I-share ko lang muna ang ating live stream. Okay na. So, simulan na natin ang laban mga ka-TSC. Yan. So, meron tayong viewers from YouTube channel natin. Good evening. Ayan din dito kay Romulo. Good evening mga ka-TSC. Puro about sa emulator tanong dyan, Prof. Okay lang. Ito nga pala yung magiging topics natin for tonight. I-share ko sa inyo para alam nyo din kung ano yung magiging flow ng ating podcast tonight. Ayan, nakikita nyo ba? Ayan. So, syempre sa una, kilalanin muna natin yung ating mga guest. And then, yung pwede natin silang tanungin about their daily routine. At ito yung mga topics natin, prepared topics natin. Yung pagbabawas ng channel, Guild Mission Festival, Gacha, Refunder Emulator, events, bugs, and then improvements and suggestions. Alright. So, without further ado, mga ka-TSC, pakilala na natin ang ating mga special guests for tonight. Starting with Arvallejo. So we can call him Val, pero ang kanyang in-game name ay Arvallejo. Okay. And good evening, bro.
Yeah, good evening, Prof. Good evening, everyone who's watching, especially for those people who are watching within our guild. So I don't know if this is the time to do shout-outs or is it gonna be done later on, Prof?
Ayan. So, shout-out din pala sa ating mga tropa dyan from VNBrothers Guild. Yes, VNBrothers. Ayan, tama yan. And then, our next special guest is TomNguyen.
Hello, everyone. First of all, we want to say thank you, TSC, for having us here today. And
I think I cannot hear you clearly. Let me check my settings. Mga ka-TSC, pa-feedback naman kung naririnig nyo kami. Pa-feedback naman kung naririnig nyo ang aming mga boses.
Alvaro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, Tom.
Oh, I use earphones if I can.
Okay.
Okay, is it? It is good. Yes. Malinaw. Malinaw din ng yan. Mamaw. So they know you, Tom, and they are saying that you are a strong player from Procyon Nation.
Yeah.
And good evening, Prof. Sana, ayan mga ka-TSC, pag-uusapan natin yan maya-maya. Sige. So, kung meron kayong katanungan, kung meron kayong katanungan mamaya, i-comment nyo lang dyan at ipapakita natin yan. So, for the first part of our interview, syempre, kilalanin muna natin yung ating mga guest. So, ang unang question natin ay, bakit nila nagustuhan ang Cabal M? So, Bro, Val, and Tom. So our first question for you is why did you choose? Why did you choose to play Cabal M?
Val, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So, for those Filipinos who were like teenagers by the time Cabal Online came in, so that was about 2008. It was hotter than Dota 1 back then in our hometown. So in Laguna, it was very, very hot. That's why we started to play Cabal Online. So I stopped around 2009 because it was overhyped at the time and many of the players quit. So back in 2011, that's the time where I really got in Cabal. And after spending, I guess, close to 15K while I was still a student, um, my girlfriend at the time banned me in playing because of all of the money that I was spending. So I stopped playing at 2013 and started playing 2019 again when pandemic started. So what I'm trying to say is Cabal always captured my heart. But back in 2019, it was very difficult to play because no one was weak at the time. You have to be strong for you to get inside of the parties, inside of dungeons. So when Cabal M came in, so that was the perfect time since everyone is playing. We can actually do free to play, as what they call, and we'd still be able to enjoy the game fully since um, a lot of free to play players can actually enjoy going into the high dungeons, which wasn't
Mm-hmm.
present with Cabal Online before. So it's very accessible. At the same time, something dynamic was added, which was addition of another country. So just like
Yeah, that's right.
what Prof mentioned earlier, our guild is the essence of the merging of countries. So we have about 50-50 in terms of population, Viet and Pinoys. So I guess that's why I'm playing Cabal M. It's very convenient, very fun. You get to interact with a lot of people. You get to embrace their culture as well. So, and this wasn't the case early on. Like when we first joined your guild, Tom, as you can recall, some of us weren't accustomed to the culture of Viet players, but everyone was able to adjust. And from there, we had a very, very fun time playing Cabal M.
Yes. So I think I will have a follow-up question about that answer later for the both of you. So let's hear first from Tom.
Oh, okay, sure. So I remember back then, back in 2012, that was when I first started playing Cabal. And it was the North American version, the PC version from North America. So I only played for like around 2 years. And then just because of work, so I just like, I was graduating from university during that time. So just looking for like my first, like it was focusing on my career. So I just decided to quit Cabal. So just recently playing again on the Cabo Mobile, the Filipino and Vietnamese version. It's just because of one of my friend in high school. He asked me to try it out, and I've been enjoying the game since then.
Yeah. So since both of us, all of us here played the PC version, if you have a chance to choose, play the PC version or the mobile version?
Um, in my opinion, I would prefer the mobile version. I
How,
think
how yeah. Please go
I
on.
think the reason is because you can play it anywhere.
Mhm.
Mhm.
How about you, Van? Which
Yeah,
one would you choose?
yeah, same sentiments with Tom. Cabal Mobile. Because back then when I played 2019, the third time that I played Cabal online, which was the PC version, it was only because of nostalgia. Like I wasn't enjoying the game, but with Cabal M, I was really enjoying the game because of its accessibility and the wide number of players that's online 24/7.
Yeah. So I think, bro, I just want to add this is a new feature in Cabal M that I really admire the developers for adding it. Way back in PC version, when we go to dungeons,
Mm-hmm.
the drop is just
I
one, right?
yeah
And there were several times that, example, we looted slot extender highest,
yeah.
and the guild leader, oh no, the party leader suddenly disappeared.
Yeah.
So, but in Cabal Mobile, that I think that's the best addition they added.
Yeah.
Like
Are you
most of the
talking about
dungeons.
the? Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Can you
Keep
say it
going.
again?
No, just keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so I think that's the best thing that they added. They
Mhm.
encourage players going in parties instead of just getting stronger and
Mhm.
spam the dungeons alone. I think that's the best thing about Cabal M. Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have the what we call runners anymore.
Yes. So I would like to ask both of you, like, now Tom is using FS, right? And Val is using Warrior. Am I correct?
Yep.
So did you ever play another class before?
So the on the PC version, I was playing the warrior.
Mm, I see.
And the reason when I started playing Cabo Mobile, decided to switch characters. The reason was because the warrior class, I think it's too slow in casting the skills, and in addition, I just want to try something new as well.
I see. So you only play two classes,
Yeah, warrior and foxy.
warrior, and how about you, Val?
Uh in the in the PC version, I actually played a lot. I mean played all of the classes before Force Gunner and what's the other class? Gladiator was added.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my main character back then was a warrior, and it was the same name to my uh, mobile character, Cabal M character rather. Same build as well. So, I really like warrior. That's what I'm trying to say.
So it's a warrior forever.
Yep, amongst all of the class, that's what I enjoyed the most. But I'm looking forward if ever they would be adding the dark mage
Dark
class.
mage,
Yeah.
right? Right. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. which is I think many viewers were interested to see this one. So, what are your daily routines, or maybe you have some tips that you can give to our viewers playing Cabal Mobile? Daily routine or tips? It's up to you. Which one would you like to share?
Daily routine for what? For Cabal?
Yeah.
Daily routine. So since we are in a guild, right? So first of all, we need to do the guild dungeon. And then usually we bring people to run the B3f part 1 and part 2 together, like 5 times. And then I think that's it for the day. I mean, like, I just ask people to try to go to Mission World like at least 1 to 2 times a day, and that's about it.
How about you, Val?
Yeah, so Tom's routine is very different from mine because he can carry anyone on any dungeon. He even carried me in Abandoned City, which hasn't been cleared that much. So the tips that I would be sharing is actually not a thing that I'm doing, but one of the things that our guild manager is doing. So his name is Xsend. He's a FS as well. So his daily routine back then is 20 Eka runs. Sorry, Eternal Chaos Arena runs. 20 Eka runs a day, regardless of the price of Chaos scores.
Right.
Because you could never go wrong. And if you can clear until wave 6, I think, back then.
Right.
So, but when he can clear already wave 9, that's when he really made this money. So he was able to generate, I think, 500 M per day because of just Eka runs. And then after that, he was doing 10 MO runs, 10 FT2 runs, and what else? I think 10 FIA runs. So the moral of the story that I'm trying to tell is just do dungeons every day if you're trying to farm as, because that's the most effective way of doing it. He even got slot extender highest just recently in AFI. But my personal routine, which isn't the best since I'm kind of busy at work, is 12 a.m. I work at the night shift. So whenever it hits reset, I always do Baldus first. Uh, Whatever happens, I always do that because I don't want to forget the ranking. I mean, the seasonal score is very important so that you would have those additional stats. Afterwards, if Tom is online, then I would be joining P1. Since just like with what I've said, Tom can carry anyone. So as long as Tom is online, we can do any dungeon that we'd like. But if it's not online, then I'll be just doing, I guess, 5 uh, a weekend Hazardous Valley runs. And that's it. I rarely go to war since I'm already HR20. Prior to that, prior to becoming an HR20, Xsend and I are doing 5 to 6 times war per day.
Oh, yeah. So I saw this comment in here, and I'm impressed. I've been reading the comments earlier, and I saw a lot of positive feedback about your guild. So I think we should talk a little bit more about that after this question. Right. So I define this routine into different groups. Like the first one I call it grinding, because you have to do it. Spend a lot of time to do it. Example of grinding farming I am saying is the Eternal Chaos Arena or ECA, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I call it grinding, and it's a sure way to get alts every day.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then the second one is what I call chance farming, like going to dungeons. You have a chance to get something, but it's not sure that you will profit from it. So since the three of us are busy men, how long do you play Cabal Mobile in a day?
So for me, because of work, I would say I play around maybe 3 or 4 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 hours a day. During the weekend could be more, maybe 6 to 7 hours. Yeah.
I see. That's the reason why, because I'm thinking if you have 2 to 3 hours a day and you spend all playing Eternal Chaos Arena, that would be boring, very boring. That's why I feel like you mentioned your routine wherein everything is with your party. No
Yeah.
dungeon no camp,
So
right?
the routine, as I mentioned earlier, right? So I think in our view is because we have several strong players. So I usually ask those players to help me in bringing other members, like you member, to dungeon. Like
Mm,
I always tell them that like try to party our you member first before looking for someone else from outside. So the goal is to run part like B3f part one and part two, and then AFI and AFT2.
right.
Yeah. So luckily, like I have several like member in the guild that also help me out, like sharing the task to help other guild members. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah. Like Val, I was thinking your friend has a lot of things to do every day. So I'm thinking, how long does your friend play in a day?
Yeah. Actually, both Sir Tom and Exend, we can actually just do AFK in Eka. But
Mm, I see.
for the dungeon runs, I think Exend spends 4 to 5 hours a day if it's a weekday, and then more than 12 hours every weekend if he's not drinking. So if he's drinking, then about just 1 to 2 hours just for some runs. But for me, I just like what I said earlier. If Tom is not online, if we're not meeting our timelines, because I work during the night shift, I only go online for Baldus right now. But if it's a weekend, I join most of the guild runs, so about 4 to 5 hours if it's a weekend. But if it's a weekday, which is a working week, 30 to an hour.
All right. So you mentioned doing ECA and you can just go AFK because
Yeah.
people are asking me, how can I do it? You know,
Mm-hmm.
because I told them I'm working from 7 to 5 and
Mm-hmm.
I only play during my live stream. But I said I try to make sure that I do ECA runs every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope my boss is not watching. Okay. So
Thank you.
while yeah, while I'm working, all I have to do is to put my character in the middle of Eternal
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Arena, and then just press BM and continue working. Press BM and continue working. So if ever you are a busy man like the three of us here, if you want to do it, there is a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so be creative, people.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing some comments here that they are saying tissue. So Tom, that is a Filipino joke when someone
Mhm.
is speaking English. Yeah. So they say we are nose bleeding
Okay.
because because we don't understand English that much. So we
Oh,
will
I
have
see.
nosebleed. That's why they always comment tissue. Okay, tissue. It means they do not understand English that much. So tissue. If ever you have something that you don't understand, you can just tell me and I will try to do my best to translate. Okay? So, mga ka-TSC, kung di nyo masyadong naintindihan, yun. Subukan namin na i-translate namin. Si Val at ako ay parehong Pilipino. At ang guest natin, si Tom, ay isang Vietnamese.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Prof, sorry, would you prefer for me to speak in Tagalog? I was just trying to make Tom feel comfortable. That's why I'm
Uh, le-
speaking.
le- Tom, is that okay with you?
Yeah,
If
I'm fine with everything.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
okay.
So if ever we have like question or follow-up question to Tom, then we must speak English. But the rest, I think it's better for the viewers, so they will not use a lot of tissue.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Cool. Noted.
Okay, so can we answer this one shortly? They are asking how much AP and DP. Oh, for Eka. No, can I, like, I will ask the question, how much is your AP and DP as of now? Tom and Val.
Well, you go first.
Yeah, because it's incomparable to Tom's, but 80 is Tagalog. 8,700 sa AP, 17K sa DP. But for their question, sorry. Pero sa tanong nila, rather is nakakapag-eka actually basta 4K. Sorry, sa class ko lang to. 3K
Warrior, right?
5K DP at may U1. Kayang-kaya nyo i-clear ang hanggang wave 6 ng ECA.
Ayun, mga ka-TSC, sa mga ka-TSC nating warrior dyan, yan yung tip ni Val sa atin. Ano? Warrior, 3K AP at meron kang U1 at 5K DP naman. Safe na tayo dyan sa wave 6.
Same goes, pati to sa Gladiator and sa FS. So lahat ng armor type, kaya nilang kahit low AP DP, basta may U1, nakiklear talaga si ECA.
Tom, it's your turn. So,
Oh, okay. So
a lot of them are waiting for your AP and DP now.
no, my AP is around 90K, and the DP is about 170.
God damn.
But to be honest, I think that don't try to focus too much about the AP and the DP.
Right.
To try to enjoy the game. I mean, like that's why I always try to take people to dungeon together, because that like I see that a lot of strong players, they always try to solo dungeon.
Right.
In my opinion, I think in my opinion, I just like disagree with that. I think that if you're strong, you should take other people to dungeon with you.
Yeah. So to add to your answer, bro, as a streamer, I said I don't need to make my character strong anymore, because I have a very strong character in Korea. So they know what I'm doing. Like I know what I'm saying already. So I don't need to impress my followers anymore. But I'm telling them, even though I don't want to spend much anymore, and the reason why I'm trying to make my character stronger is to bring the viewers, to take the viewers, give them experience to higher dungeons, because they always complain that if I have low AP and no one is accepting me in a party. So that is also one of my goals. I agree with you with that. How about this one? Let's answer one of the viewers' question. I think this is in Mission War, I think.
Yeah, what's the question?
Yeah. The question is like, who is your toughest adversary? I think.
Oh, I think I know who that is. There's so many strong players in Mission War, right? Yeah, so I can count some of them. For example, Jeffy. Jeffy typing what report, Hatari, Lord Nixon, the warrior. It's really hard to pronounce the name, but yeah, there's several strong players in Mission War, and I think it just makes the Mission War more competitive.
Right. Oh, by the way, Tom, do you know Sefi?
Who?
You mentioned Sefi. Is he, because I don't know him, is he Vietnamese or Filipino?
I think he's Filipino, right?
I'm not sure as well, but
Based
I know.
yes.
Yes, bro.
Based on rumors. Yes.
Filipino.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. And Devil May Cry used to be a household name. They always mention his name. And I just learned he is Vietnamese because I invited him to be the guest, but right now he's very busy because he's working in the medical field. And I think typing is also Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I think let's go on to the more serious topics. Okay, so for this one, I would like you to give us your opinion, your take about these topics. So the first one is the most recent update, which is reduction of channels. Yung pagbabawas ng channel, mga ka-TSC. So yan ang topic natin at pakinggan natin kung ano yung opinion nila, Val at ni Tom. So I would like to go first, bro.
So for the reduction of the channels, right?
Yeah.
I think that what they're trying to do is just to remove the emulator players, and make the game more competitive, right? I think for the fact that I think they're losing a lot of players. That's why, and that's why they're just trying to remove, like, limit the channels for now. But I'm just don't understand why. But in the mission war, we still have 8 channels. I think they should remove some of the channels in mission war as well, because I think it's not necessary. Because if you go off to channel 7 or 8, like the bottom channels, there are really less players playing over there. So I think that they should make the mission war like 1 to 3 channels max, and then increase the capacity for each nation. I think that will make the mission war more competitive, because that there are several times in mission war we only have like 10 to 20 players on the first channel. So by reducing the mission war channel, I think it's gonna make the games more competitive.
Okay. So mga ka-TSC, dun sa topic natin, kung naaalala nyo, sabi ni GM Blade na binawasan nila yung channels para maging mas competitive yung experience natin sa paglalaro ng Cabal Mobile. So in Tom's suggestion, sabi niya sa atin na isang ebidensya daw yung pagbawas ng channel, na ibig sabihin nababawasan yung mga players na naglalaro ng Cabal. Ano? At ang kanyang suggestion ay instead na yung channel mismo yung binabawasan, yung normal channel, mas maganda kung competitive ang usapan, mas maganda na bawasan nila yung channel sa Mission War. No? So yun yung sabi ni Tom. Tom, I have a follow-up question to you. Like, how much do you think is the good number of players in one channel in Mission War? So, because I haven't been to Mission War now, what is the maximum limit?
Currently, the maximum is 50 per nation.
50-50? Okay.
50-50. I think they should increase it to maybe 60 or 70 per nation for now.
I see. So it's better, like, they reduce the number of channels but increase the capacity of each channel to be more competitive. Is that right?
Correct. Because I just don't understand why they reduce the channel for the regular channel, like outside Mission War, but not inside Mission War.
Right. Val, ikaw naman, anong masasabi mo sa reduction of channels?
Tagalog. All right. So wait, I'm trying to gather my thoughts in Tagalog.
Sige, okay lang. Ako nang magta-translate.
No, but I actually agree with Tom. Since I think one of the pain points of everyone is emulators, especially for the free-to-play players.
Mhm.
Since they have a difficult time trying to level up their characters, since not all has access to Eka boosters, not all, especially the really, really free-to-play players, as in no money spent, it's
Mhm.
difficult to get to level 1 to level 160. And one of the struggles is questing early on. Uh,
Uh-huh. Right.
every channel that they get into, there are several emulators or several accounts that is using emulators. But I think that hasn't been fixed. So even with the reduction of the channels, there's still a lot of emulators. And since they are free to play, they can't access the premium channels wherein
Mhm.
it's easier to farm or easier to level up. And with that, I like the update just because with the reduction of channels, more people are um, joining in the lower channels, and that means that it's easier to gain party. And the channel 1 and 2 PvP area is now alive again because previously it's very difficult to get PvP requests anymore.
Mhm.
But since they started the update, there are a lot of players who are waiting for a PvP on the Bloody Ice area.
Okay. So for the both of you guys, I am receiving a lot of messages right now that's saying they are experiencing lag since the update. So did you experience lag since reduction of channels is applied?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
I see. Because I also don't experience any lags. Probably it's their connection, right?
Yeah,
Especially the people from the southern part of my country, of our country, by the way. I think they are still experiencing very slow connection right now.
I
yeah,
think
and
was it because of the typhoon that you experienced
Yes.
recently, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yun din mga ka-TSC, medyo may karagdagang importanteng opinion dun si Val kung saan yung medyo disadvantage ng pagbawas ng channel natin ay yung mga bagong players, dahil yung mga emulators ay magsisiksikan din sa mas kokonting channels, mas mahihirapan yung mga bagong players na mag-quest, para sila magka-level, magpa-level. Pero ayun nga, in a way, tama din naman na mas naging competitive yung ating experience dahil sa pagbawas ng channel. Sa katunayan, yon sabi ni Val, napaka-active ngayon ng Channel 1 and Channel 2 sa PVP. So kung gusto niyo ng sapakan, lipat lang kayo, Channel 1, Channel 2. Ayan. So next, we have So this is the one of the hottest topics recently. So we have the Guild Mission Festival. So who would like to go first about Guild Mission Festival? So I think let's split the topic into two. First is your experience doing the Guild Mission Festival, and second is about the rewards and the incident about the reward. So your experience first about doing Guild Mission Festival.
So the recent GMF, that was the first one that I participated. But in my opinion, I think that they focus a lot on the people that spend, because as you can see, you can gain a lot of points by just spending force gem versus just running the regular quest, like the normal quest. Um, so I have fun like taking people to dungeon and then also hunting a few bosses
Mm-hmm.
for quest. But but I would say like if you want to gain high points, like like high score, you have to spend a lot of force gem.
I see. Val, how about you, Val? Your experience doing a guild mission festival?
Yeah. Actually, the reason why we merged guilds. So back then, we were in a different guild. The reason why we merged guild is for us to compete with the GMF. So and for me, we actually landed second place in Phoenix server, and we're just like, I guess, 10k points. The number one is at least just 10k points ahead of us. So it was a successful campaign in terms of us competing for GMF. And for me, the experience was very good because it boosted the camaraderie. So
Mm-hmm.
everyone
Yeah,
was
that's right.
joining in on the quests. So if there are like Manticore or what is the other one that always keeps on popping? The boss in Arcane Golem. So Tom always helps out anyone who has that quest. So for me, it boosted camaraderie and partnership within the guild members. Because if
Mm-hmm.
someone has a quest, then the strong ones would always be jumping in, willing to help.
Yeah.
That's why for me, it's a very good experience. The questing itself, the reward is a completely different story.
Yeah. So, yun mga ka-TSC, honestly, maganda naman ang idea ng Guild Mission Festival is good, very
Mhm.
wonderful, great actually, amazing. Kasi diyan sa Guild Mission Festival, hindi kayo mananalo ng individual lang. Kung
Mhm.
ikaw lang yung malakas, ikaw lang yung gagastos, medyo malabo kayong manalo. So, ibuboost talaga niyan, tama si Tom at si Val. Ibuboost talaga niyan yung samahan, yung tulungan. No? So, gaganda talaga yung samahan nyo as a guild. Yun nga lang, medyo yung hindi masyado maganda sa implementation ng Guild Mission Festival nila. Yung, as Tom said, you have to really spend a lot of gems to win or to be in the higher tier ranking of players. You know? That's the reason why some or most of the players are saying it's a guild, it's a gem mission festival, actually. So they substitute guild into gems. Okay, now let's go on to the second part of Guild Mission Festival, which is the reward and the incident about the rewards.
Yeah, I'd like to go first.
Yes,
Because my
bro.
mom always told me that if I don't have anything good to say, I should just say nothing at all. So I'll just let Tom handle this topic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's listen to Tom then.
So like we have a bug right on Phoenix server,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently they fixed it. However, I think that they didn't fix it completely because for me, I didn't receive all of the rewards. Um, I think the reason is like for the gear reward when you claim it, there are 15. I think there were like 15 reward that you have to claim.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to click each line and select
Mm-hmm.
the item that you want. So I only picked two lines, and I didn't receive anything from the mailbox. So I
Yeah.
realized that there was a bug, and so I stopped making the selection. And after they fixed the issues, only the top two lines, the rewards, got sent to me, and the remaining 13 didn't get didn't get to me because I didn't pick them. So I think that they should let people, when they fix the issue, they should let the people choose the rewards that they want and then send those rewards through like via email, like via mailbox.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tom, let me translate it to the viewers first. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Mga ka-TSC, ito yung nangyari daw kay Tom ganito. 'Di ba kapag yung rewards kasi sa Guild Mission Festival, depende kung ano yung level na nakuha ng guild. No? For example, kami, level 11 lang. So, may 11 rewards ka na, per line, pipili ka ng isa. Ano? So yung kina Tom is level 15 kasi yung maximum level sila. So 15 dapat yung kanilang rewards. Kaya lang sabi niya, nung pagpili niya dun sa first 2 lines at nung ni-receive niya, wala siyang nakuha sa, ano ba tawag doon? Event inventory ba yun?
Yeah. Event.
Ayun. So, walang lumabas doon. Kaya ang pumasok sa isip niya, may bug. May bug. Ngayon, syempre, na-raise natin yung issue. Marami tayong nagreklamo. At Phoenix naman last, mail inventory. Ayan. So, Phoenix naman last time, kaya lang ang problema, hindi nabigyan ng chance yung mga players na tumigil sa pagpipili ng rewards. So, ang suggestion ni Tom, sana daw, nung Phoenix nila yung reward, yung buong Phoenix, mayroong chance yung mga players na piliin ulit kung alin yung gusto nilang ma-receive. Kasi siya, level 15, nakakuha lang ng 2. Dahil hindi ganon naging kaayos yung implementation ng fix. So, yun yung nangyari sa kanila. So, kahit na na-fix yung reward, hindi rin nila nagamit yung pinaghirapan nila. Tom, would you like to add some more about that incident?
I think that's it, right? What else? What else you want me to say? Because
this one I have a follow-up question. Like, what can you say about the idea of like before they check the whole Phoenix server? The idea was for us to send a ticket individually.
To be honest with you, I think that it's just a method of delaying the issues. I think that is not necessary because they can check that information like by themselves, right? They can just look at the log and sees everything. I don't think there's no need to send a ticket because it is their problem. It's not us, right?
I see. So, ayun mga ka-TSC, sabi nga ni Tom, kasi nung una, ang solusyon ay kailangan nating mag-file ng ticket isa-isa. No? Tapos, kailangan pa actually ng mga screenshot, iba pang information. Kaya, doon ko, actually mga ka-TSC, konting kwento lang, doon ko nakita si Tom, doon sa Discord channel, kasi napaka-active niyang mag-comment doon. At sabi ko, may sense yung pinagsasabi ng player na to, sabi ko. Kaya, yun, minessage ko siya, tinanong ko siya kung pwede ko ba siyang i-guest dito. Kasi yung mga suggestion niya kahit nung first wave ng maraming nag-quit na players, gusto ko yung mga kino-comments niya sa Facebook page at dun sa Discord niya. So, ayun yung kwento. Pareho kami ng opinion na makakatagal lang yung pagpa-file ng ticket isa-isa. Kailangan i-check na lang yung buong server para mabilis at hindi na mas makakabagal sa ticketing system. Yan. So, ano ba to? So we are finished with the topic of Guild Mission Festival now, and this viewer sent it twice already. So can we have this one first? Can you see it, Val and Tom?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a very different situation. Like Cabal Online, on its peak, it never reached Cabal M's peak in terms of popularity and headcount of people actually online on a 24/7 basis. So the reason behind that is the servers were too many and the channels were too many as well when Cabal Online was initially released. That's why they reduced the servers, merge channels. But for me, something that is not applicable between the two is the accessibility of Cabal M. Since as long as you have a phone and internet connection, you can play online. And not everyone back then had personal PCs, personal laptops. Even I was just playing in computer shops. I was able to I was able to become an Stormbringer with just being on the uh, shops, renting out, what do you call this? I'm just in the shops uh, renting the time and spending playing Cabal online. So
Mhm.
for me, it won't close down that easily because of its accessibility and players being able to play even while they're working, just like what Prof mentioned earlier. So it's not. It's like comparing apples to oranges. So
Yeah,
uh,
I agree.
are selling their account from uh, most of them, just like with what happened to DMC, or I don't know if this is hearsay.
Mhm.
It's not related to anything else but through the grit tournament. And for
Right.
others, I just feel that they already have the and they have nowhere else to go or nothing more to gain from playing Cabal M. That's why they are selling. But
Okay. Bro, it's good thing that you mentioned about the tournament. I almost forgot that one. Okay, bro. Please continue.
yeah, and I've been very active because I'm trying to get FS, like a built FS already. I don't want to start from scratch. And from
Mhm.
what the primary reason for quitting is just change class. It's not because they are actually sorry. The primary reason for selling their accounts is actually change class, not totally quitting. So for me, we're not at the point wherein we should be worried about Cabal M stability because this is revenue generating. As long as it's generating revenue, it would be online.
Mhm. Okay. How about you, Tom? So here is the question from our viewer, and
Mhm.
can you share
Apparently,
your?
yeah, apparently I didn't experience the Cabal BC closing down like before, so I cannot give any comments on that.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that for Cabal Mobile that we currently playing right now, I think is a concern that after they are closing, like that they after they removing some the channels, I think is a concern because is a sign that we are losing players.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I believe so.
that is a sign that we are losing players. So I think that, in my opinion, the management team they should try to find a way to improve the gameplay. I mean, make the environment that we play better because there are so many bugs like currently in the game. And also, I think they should try to limit the number of tournament that we have right now. I think currently we have a lot of events going on, and which is not necessary. I think that they should spend those time to focus on improving the gameplay.
Right, right. So mga ka-TLC, dun sa mga nagtatanong kung ano ang in-game name nila, si Tom, ang kanyang in-game name, yan na yan. So alisin nyo lang yung space, ano? So it's already TomNguyen. So ayan yan. Tapos si Val naman, kung ano yung nakikita nyo sa screen natin, yan yung in-game name ni Val. Ano? So kung gusto niyo silang i-add, ayan, yan yung mga pangalan nila. Okay. So let's move to the next topic then. We are finished with GMF. So this is one of the hottest topic since the opening of Cabal M, especially after the Mithril and Arcadium gacha. Okay, so your opinion, Tom and Val, gacha. Let's go.
So in my opinion, I don't have any problem with the gacha. I think the real issue over here is that the refunder, right? So the refunder they can just top up and then playing gacha and then selling the items to the market and then refund and take back the gem, right? So that's the real issue. I think that Play Park they should find a way to remove those refunder from the game and then release the gacha. So that will make more sense. to prevent the item from losing the price in the market like so quickly.
Mm-hmm. So
And I mean, like, don't release gacha like I just have a feeling that they're releasing their gacha like in a rush, like every update, a lot of gacha. Instead,
mhm.
try to slow down the pace, um, so that the players don't feel rushing, like being rushed.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to add that one. Actually I don't have any problem about it as well. If only you are correct, they have to fix first the refunder issue, wherein the refunder can just do the same thing over and over again as long as it's not stopped by Google or PlayPark, I don't know who. And then the second is the timing. Right? The timing of releasing each gacha is very wrong, in my opinion. That's why we experience this flooded market and stuff. Is there anything else, Tom?
Nothing from me.
Val, your take about gacha?
Yeah. So actually, I would have to agree with both of you that I have nothing against gacha. It's just the pacing. Because
Mhm.
let me give you a story. Um, Initially, right, at the first part of Cabal M, um, they released a lot of gachas every single week. So the problem was, I bought
Yeah,
a, bracelet of Fighter Plus 7 around 150M at the time. And then after that week, they released videos in the gacha. So the BOF lost its value in less than 8 hours after the update. So from 150M, I think it dropped to 25M in an instant. After
hmm,
when I bought Previous, they released Sienas. So the pacing is the one wherein I have an issue with. But in terms of gacha in itself, if there are no refunders, then the prices of the items would not significantly go down.
right.
Um, and that's the primary reason where plus 15 accessories were becoming to be accessible. And believe me, it's very difficult to get accessories back then. But they release accessories plus 11, and then afterwards plus 13, and then afterwards plus 15. And the ones who were getting it were the dummy accounts using
Right, right.
the reward system, which was very, very unfair. So I'm not sure if this is in relation to the incapability of us stopping up using the normal method of play. What's it called for Google? Play Store.
Play Store, yeah.
Then for Apple, you can top up right now. So I don't. It's related to that they're really focusing on the refund issue.
Hmm.
Uh, Looking at it on a free to play perspective, so that we could touch both aspects. Because as we know, all three of us are not free to play players. I think their issue as well is that they're unable to um, keep up with the spenders because of the pacing. Because I believe that even if you're free to play, as long as you have high DP, you would be able to survive the dungeons and you would be able to get outrageous, fatal items. But since
Hmm.
the really abuse the system, all of the loot is now almost worthless. If you get like a two slot outrageous, it used to
Right.
be 300, 400M. Now it's 7M. So for me, that's where the gap is, the refunders. Not really gacha in itself.
Hmm. So, ayun mga ka-TSC, ano, it's unanimous between the three of us na okay naman yung gacha, wala sanang problema. Ano, first, i-fix yung refunder issue, no? Refunded gems, yan ang pinaka-importante. Kasi para sa katulad namin, sabi nga ni Val and Tom, we are not free-to-play players. Ano? So, isa kami dun sa mga nagko-contribute para maging tuloy-tuloy yung buhay ng Cabal M. Alam naman natin, di pwedeng lahat tayo free-to-play kasi magda-down yung server natin, mga ka-TSC. Ano? So, it's very unfair dun sa mga nagko-contribute para sa ikabubuhay ng game natin. No? na yung mga refunders ang mas nakaka-take advantage.
Yeah.
So, important yon. At number 2, yung time, no, yung pacing kung kailan nila ilalabas yung gacha. To add, ito tama din to na sana periodical, lagyan nila ng mas mahabang gap tapos limited time lang. Hindi yung 1 month may gacha, di ba yung mga ganon. So, tama-tama. There is one question here from the viewer. Do you have any page that they can follow? Channel or page that they can follow?
Channels or page?
Like a
I think one
Facebook
of
page or?
I think one of our guild member has a stream, so they can follow us there.
Yeah.
Can I
Bro.
type it here? Or?
Bro, can you type in the private chat so I can post it so they can follow the name?
Let me ask him. I think it's
Yeah. Ayan mga ka-TSC, so maya-maya ipopost namin yung ka-guild nila, yung kaibigan nila na streamer para naman kung gusto nyong i-follow, mafa-follow nyo sila.
Yeah, but Tom actually has a YouTube account. Tom, maybe you should share it here so that you'd gain a lot of subscribers. So,
Yes,
Tom,
bro. Can you please send in the private chat so I can show it to them as well?
Yeah, sure.
So you'd be able to see a lot of high dungeons such as abandoned city being cleared. So
ayan mga ka-TSC, abangan natin. Meron pala ditong meron palang YouTube channel si Tom at isi-share namin maya-maya yung kanya channel para ma-follow. So ito this is the one your friend doing live stream, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So mga ka-TSC, isang member ng VNBrothers at isang streamer din. Kung gusto nyo, let's follow and support Daddy D Plays on Facebook at abangan natin yung YouTube channel ni Tom.
And the YouTube channel is, let me see.
Ayan. So, ito yung link ng YouTube channel ni Tom. Mga ka-TNC, let's support. Ang bagal Ayun. So, kung nakikita nyo, paki-click nyo na lang dun sa comment section and then i-follow natin, subscribe natin ang YouTube channel ni Tom. So, in connection to our previous topic, which is gacha, so we already kind of answered this one. The second topic is refunder. Okay. So, yeah, do you have anything else to add about refunder?
So we just mentioned about refunder earlier.
Yeah.
So for refunder, I think that they need to find a good method of payment. I think, in my opinion, they should follow the Korean or the Thai server. Just from my friend that play in those server, they just told me that they Korean server and the Thailand server, they're really good in dealing with the refunders. So probably we should take a look at the way they do the method of payment for top up.
Yeah.
And just basically just copy them. Just try to copy what they're doing and improve on that.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. Val, ikaw daw ba merong Facebook page or YouTube channel?
Unfortunately, no. It's just a personal Facebook account which I rarely post any gaming content. So it's just and I'm sure none of you guys would like to follow that. Regarding the refunder issue, let me just share. I don't know a refunder. Let's get that straight. But I actually know that the reason why it's difficult to cure is that it's a Google issue, not a PlayPark issue, wherein you can request for refund, but I'm not gonna teach everyone here how to do it. And you could use the card over and over again. So there's no specific time wherein if you use this card,
and then you request for a refund, that card would be banned. It's not like that. So that's why it's very difficult to cure, because one can use the card and refund multiple times using multiple dummy accounts. So if Google or Apple can fix that, if a single time it requests for a refund, they cannot purchase anymore. And then that's gonna be the cure for not only for Cabal M, but for all online games that's experiencing refund issues. Because we're not the only community who's experiencing this, and it's a lapse with Google and Apple. And Filipinos are very wise. So as long as there's a way for us to work smart, we would be working smart. But it's unfair.
Right. So, guys, I just saw this notice just now, and I would like to share this to you. This is the reason why my page is ruined. My Facebook page is ruined. We are doing a podcast right now, right? And we are 100% sure that this content is all original. We are not playing any music, and this is a discussion between the three of us. So let me share you. I got copyrighted again. Can you see this one? While we are doing the live stream, I got copyrighted with this specific content, which is, I don't know, what is this? Brit Somali TV. Let me see. What is this content about?
It's a different content, I think.
Exactly. Oh my God. So it's been 8 weeks. I was demonetized for 8 weeks now, and look, we are doing our original content, and we are, oh my, very difficult. I don't have any problems with YouTube, but I got a lot of problems with Facebook. Even I am a Facebook partner already, still experiencing a lot of problems with.
You say
Facebook.
8 weeks ago?
Yes,
I
and
think
this
recently
one, yeah,
I think Facebook recently changed the name, right?
yeah, they made it a Meta.
Your logo, is your logo similar to him?
Not really. This one is like StreamYard is the logo of this software, which I paid. So there should be no copyright material right now.
Yeah.
There is none, as in none.
That's unfortunate.
Right. And, I would like to add something, because earlier the CM Azure and CM Darpan had a live stream as well. And I told them, like, because they are saying a lot of players are commenting about getting banned. And when you file a ticket, sometimes they gave you the specific, here is CM Azure, by the way. So sometimes when you file a ticket, you will receive a specific thing, like a skill hack or something. So you know what you did, and you can avoid in the future, right? So
how do you know that you can avoid that in the future?
Like, for example, some of the players don't know that if they install a specific thing they got from YouTube, they will get banned.
Oh, really?
Yes, some people don't know. Okay, but for hardcore gamers, I believe they know that thing. Like, some players, they saw in Facebook or YouTube that they can use auto clicker, and they don't know, like, because they did not read the policy and all those stuff, so they don't know that they will get banned. And then when you file a ticket, they will just say there is irregularities in your game logs, but you don't know which one, right? So for example, in Facebook, I'm receiving the same thing. The Facebook will give you a notification wherein he's saying you are not following the monetization policy. which one.
Yeah.
There are a lot of policies, but I don't know which one. So I don't know where to start, which one to avoid. It's kind of the same thing we are experiencing in the game. So I believe like if there are systems that checking, saying you are banned because of this, then they can just add that to the ticketing system.
Mm-hmm.
At least we have an idea why. Like this one is specific. So I got copyrighted because of this person. So I know I will try to contact that person. If he said yes, then it will be gone. If he did not reply, then I'm in trouble. So I wish they can add that feature in ticketing system. Yung background natin actually binili yan ng pamangkin ko for me. Because the viewer is saying that the background itself, this background is actually bought from, I forgot the name of the company. My niece gifted this to me. So I'm really sure, 100% sure that there is no copyrighted material, copyrightable material in here.
Is that the back?
Okay.
That it was your mansion?
Oh, this one is included in. No. This one is actually included in StreamYard. The layout is gifted from me to me. So, by the way, let's move on. Next topic we have is emulator. Can you still hear me, bros?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So next topic is about emulator. Your thoughts about emulator?
Like in my opinion, I don't have anything against emulator.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that there's some people that abuse it in like for example, like in farming clones, they use an emulator. So those are
Right.
the types of people that abuse the emulator. But for if you only use emulator just to run dungeon or playing normal games, then I think I am okay with that.
Yeah, so it's like if you are using an emulator, one account in one computer. Is that correct?
That is okay, like doing normal things like
Yeah.
running dungeon, things like that. Because sometimes it's really hard to leave your phone or your tablet overnight AFK. It's really it's getting really hot, like the device getting really hot.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
and sometimes like for tablet or mobile, if we play for a long time, it dim the light, the screen light, and it's really hard to see.
Hmm.
Not sure if you have that problem, but when the device gets hot, it dim the light. So sometimes I think that using emulator is also a benefit. Just don't abuse it.
Yeah. So like we are saying like, but I don't know if they can do that. Like because some games they allow emulator, but you can
Mhm.
only run one account.
Yeah, only one account.
Right? I don't remember what game is that, but I've heard from my friend who is a developer from Singapore. He told me that they can actually allow players to use emulator, but they can restrict one account in one unit, like one computer. So
Mhm.
I don't know how, but he said it's possible. Val, your take about emulator?
Yeah, same sentiments with Tom. Because aside from what he discussed regarding the health of your CP, your phone, whenever you're doing AFK, especially if it's like a golden key event, some hardcore gamers, right? They really just want to use PC. They can play the game using PC. They would, and that's fine if that's the purpose of emulator.
But if you're running multiple systems and then doing it for as farming, for me that's unfair. And
Mhm.
I know a way, and not like I know a way, I know a game wherein it was effective. They were able to remove that kind of gameplay. So for Mir 4, what the developers did is they limited the IP address per account. So for example, the IP address should only run one account at a time. So that
Mhm.
have an impact since even though you're using emulator, you're still using the same IP address. So it would be detected. And if you run multiple systems in one internet connection, then it would get banned. So not
Right.
sure how or if they would do that in Cabal M, but it's fixable. Unlike with the refunder issue, wherein it's a Google or Apple issue, with the emulator issue, it's totally within their sphere of influence. It's just
Mhm.
that I'm not sure if it's on their priority list of the things that they should be fixing because, as we know, they have a lot of things to fix, and you can't fix everything in one go.
Right.
So if it's not their priority, I don't think emulator would be removed anytime soon.
So a viewer said here, like, it's the same with COD. They allow emulator, but you can only use one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I also believe it's achievable. It's achievable to do that. And like to add with phones getting hot if you played it overnight, of course they can make an excuse, like it's your choice. If you if you play overnight, you leave your phone to play overnight.
Well, not even
uh,
overnight. I mean, if you run dungeon for like maybe like for an hour, it's already get hot, right?
yes. And like it's also risking you from your phone exploding. It can cause fire or any harm to you or to your house, right? Uh, like what Tom and Val said, there are several advantages of using or allowing emulator with restriction to using one account, which I totally agree. Uh, okay, so is there anything else would you like to add about emulator, bros?
No, good than mine.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I think events. So Tom mentioned about having events outside the game. So we can talk about events in game and events outside the game together with this one.
Okay.
So who would like to go first?
Yeah, I think I can go first. For me, uh, it has everything to do with pacing again, Prof.
Yeah.
Uh, because this is the first game that I experienced that there's multiple events ongoing at the same time. So for me, if it would be like 1 week with a single event, and then a week wherein no event, and then the other week it's a different event, that would lean more urgency on finishing the events versus having multiple events at the same time, like XP boost and then golden key, then gacha exchanges. So for me, having all of those events at the same time, um, and this I'm not sure if Vietnamese people have this issue, but for Filipinos, we have the FOMO or fear of missing out
Mm.
phenomenon right now. So it's that like you're obliged to uh, to participate in the events, or else you'll miss out. And one of the examples is that for people who suffered the wrath of the latest typhoon, they weren't able to participate on the upgrade event. And I'm sure that everyone who missed out, although it's an unfortunate event, it's not controllable. So it's another example of fear of missing out because of the events that keeps on coming. So for me, if they would pace it, then people would be enjoying the game and not be like obliged to play just because they don't want to get left out.
Yeah, I agree with that one. How about
Yeah.
Tom?
So
Your take?
I agree with Val. So I just want to add on that. So they should try to, I would say, remove or limit the events that encourage people to create clones.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
for example, the Golden Keys event, I totally disagree with the Golden Keys event. Why would you let the Golden Keys drop on field maps instead of dungeons? I mean, it still drop in dungeon, but like you, it still drop outside the dungeons, right? And
Yes.
they don't let it drop inside uh, Chaos Arena. I just don't understand why. But like since they let the Golden Key drop on the field map, it give the incentive for people to create more clones to farm those golden keys. So which I think that they should fix that first. Like
Mhm.
it should be dropped on only in dungeon.
Is there anything else, Tom?
And also the daily logins event, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Tom, I will cut you a little bit. I would like to translate that one because I think
Okay.
it's quite important because a lot of players might misunderstood your point in Golden Key because a lot of players love this event and they might misunderstood what you said. Okay, mga ka-TSC, yung punto ni Tom dun sa Golden Key, alam naman natin na maraming players ang nag-aabang dun sa Golden Key event. Ano? Ang gusto kasing maiwasan ni Tom, yung mga players ay nai-encourage na gumawa ng mga dummy accounts. No? Kasi the more dummy accounts na pwede kang mag-farm ng Golden Keys, the more chances of winning. Ika nga, di ba? So ang gusto sanang maging adjustment ni Tom, instead na sa normal map yan nakukuha, edi sa loob ng dungeon. No? Sa loob ng dungeon yan makukuha para ma-encourage yung mga players na yung mga main accounts nila pagandahin, di ba? Tapos yun yung ginagamit para makapag-farm ng Golden Keys. Hindi yung gawa ka ng maraming dami account tapos itatambay mo sa Bloody Eyes, sa Green Despair, o kaya kung saan man na mas madaling patayin yung mga mobs. Kaya in-explain ko siya kasi napaka-importante, actually napakaganda ng kanyang suggestion at possible na misunderstood ng maraming players. So please continue, Tom.
Yeah. So one more thing, even those like boss hunting event, for example the Santa and the pumpkin, right? Do you still
Right.
remember that?
Yes.
Even the clones can kill them. Correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
So it's like so in my opinion, I think it is not right. Like it's also give the incentive for people to create more clones just to farm those pumpkin and Santa. And so at the end of the day, I would say 60 to 70% of those of the boss, the loot are going to the clones, not the real players.
Right.
Mhm.
So I was smiling earlier, bro, not because of your statement, but because of the comment of one viewer saying that he used to have the same body with Val. So, that's why I smiled because we know Val has a good body, it's very fit. So he's saying that he used to have that one. It means now he doesn't have it anymore.
Actually, Prof, Tom goes to the gym as well. I'm not sure why he's really coped up right now, but we actually have like an in-game, not an in-game, an outside of the game kind of event wherein it's a push-up challenge. So everyone
I see.
like very into fitness except Xend. He just wants to drink. Anyway, so it's a good kind of partnership and really camaraderie between the guild that we have. It's not limited
Yes.
to being in dungeons, grinding in game.
So we also motivate each other to grind outside of the game. That's why we have the push-up challenge.
Right, right. Mga ka-TSC, yung ating mga guests sa ngayon ay ang in-game name nila ay Arvallejo. Ito yun. Yan na mismo yan. TomNguyen, alisin nyo lang yung space, yan na yung in-game name nila. So, TomNguyen and Arvallejo ng VNBrothers Guild. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is the reason why Tom caught my attention, because his points, his suggestions about the game are really great. That's why I asked him to be our guest for tonight, and Val as well. So we are very lucky because we have the chance. We don't have much opportunity to voice out our opinion, and this is one way of sharing our opinions, which can improve our game experience, mga ka-TSC. So, if you have YouTube channel, you can support Tom. Oh, wait, I cannot see anymore. Here is Tom's YouTube channel. So please do support Tom's YouTube channel. And Val, just support Val in getting his body better than now. That's it. By the way, we agree in something, like having events that encourage people doing clones is really bad for the game. So as Tom and Val said, we can put example the golden key event. Instead of dropping it in normal maps, we can put it in dungeons, especially dungeons that are not like, Map Park and Ruina Station are being spammed by clones, right? So I think to add, we can put these golden keys in maybe Illusion Castle and higher dungeons, something like that. So, and to further add Tom's ideas about field bosses, we have these Bad Santa and the pumpkin events. Some of the maps, the bosses were really easy to kill.
I think in my opinion, just increase the defense or the damage.
Like just increase the defense for them, like for people, for clones, not to participate in that event. Instead, you are forced to use your main character, right? So, napakasimple, mga ka-TSC. Napakasimpleng suggestion. Hindi natin tatanggalin. We don't need to remove the event. We just need to put some adjustments so it will be better for everybody. Okay? So, ganun yung ginagawa natin. Tom, I would like to add something. I heard you mention about events outside the game, wherein they are doing it like too many events at the same time.
Yeah, don't you agree? There's so many events going on at the same time. And in addition, we were participating in one of the music video events, and we was trying to reach out to the CM or any person just to ask, just to clear some questions, because we want to make sure that we make the right video.
Right.
But it was really hard. It was really difficult to contact the CM or any person. So I think that when they put out the event, they should also give us a contact of a person. So whenever we have a question, we can contact that person.
Yeah. So I definitely agree, bro. I've been suggesting this one since the Great Tournament was announced, because sometimes they give out announcements that are not clear. The information is not complete and it's not clear. So it makes confusion, and in the end, people get angry. People get angry, and the the result of that is like people giving 1 star from Google Play Store, and people complaining a lot on Facebook page, and we cannot control. Some people are short-tempered than us, so that they are like prone to using bad words and other stuff. Like if they can do, please prepare the announcements and the events properly. Try to give complete information, and please add some contact, just like what Tom said. Please add some contact wherein if they have questions, they will be answered immediately or as soon as possible. Yun mga ka-TSC, ang pinag-usapan natin doon, yung mga events outside the game. Example, sabi nga ni Tom, nagpa-participate sila doon sa paggawa ng music video. Pero dahil hindi masyadong malinaw, meron silang gustong itanong para masigurado nila na tama yung gagawin nila doon sa isasubmit nilang entry. Kaya lang, sabi nga nito, medyo nahihirapan daw sila kumontak doon sa mga CM o kung sino man yung in charge doon sa event na yun. Tapos, sinasabi din niya na sana daw kapag nagpapa-event, huwag sabay-sabay. Kasi siguro napapansin nyo, limitado din yung manpower ni Playpark. So, syempre, pag maraming gawain, hindi nakakapag-focus.
Yeah.
So, isa yun dun sa mga nagiging dahilan kung bakit minsan na nararamdaman natin na parang hilaw, na parang hilaw yung nagiging events natin. Instead na mapapawaw tayo ay napapangi, ganun yung nagiging resulta. Yeah. So, bro, I would like to ask something. You did not participate in the Great Tournament.
No, we didn't.
Like, your guild is not interested in participating.
I just started the game during that time, so we know about it. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Because one, to my point of having, we really need clarity to every event. Like, one reason why DMC or Devil May Cry quitted is because of the announcement before that players can use their own accounts.
Or if they do that, then he's gonna win everything.
Yes. So now, because of that announcement, a lot of players spend tons of money into the game.
Oh, I see.
To strengthen their characters. Right? Of course, you wanted to win. You have to invest your characters. That's the announcement before. And then after their meeting, actually, before it was announced, I told them that already. But unfortunately, they released the announcement. So the problem is when players saw that, and during the meeting, they said it's unfair. So they had this voting among the players who participated, and majority votes for pre-designed game, like you cannot use your own game. So it raised like anger.
I see. I think they should have done that in the beginning, right? The voting.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, but I think it's just like I think what they should do is just try to learn from these events, and then try to improve from the upcoming one.
Yeah. So
will we be joining Tom on the next?
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's why I said it's very important to have clarity in their announcements.
Yeah, and yeah, sorry.
Like I cannot say a lot, but I actually received a lot of PMs that saying, it's like they baited us to spend our money, and then now it's gone. Like, what's the use of, I can do dungeons with 10,000 AP with my party mates and it's okay. But so it's sort of it's a baiting game or something they did in there. Ang mga ka-TSC, ang punto kasi doon, mga ka-TSC, alam naman nila na hindi magiging fair, pero bakit pinost pa? Nagigets nyo ba? So, parang binate nila yung mga players na gumastos tapos biglang babaguhin. Na-gets nyo ba? Yun kasi yung punto doon, kaya sumakit ang loob nila. Alam naman natin na fair game dapat para pareho yung item. Alam natin yun. Pero ang mali doon, na-trigger na gumastos sila ng malaki kasi yun yung pinost nila. Nagets ba? So, ayun. So, anything else you wanted to add about events, bro? Val and Tom?
No, not really. I think in addition, they should add a CM for the Vietnamese community.
Oh, yes. That's a good one. So, mga ka-TSC, sabi nga ni Tom, sana daw mayroong CM para sa Vietnamese community.
I think the reason is because that I tried to watch some of their live streams several times, but majorities of the time they just speak Tagalog, right? And I don't understand anything.
That's right. Right.
So I just feel it's like being left out by the management team.
Yep.
So yeah. So I think it's better that they make one CM for the Vietnamese community. That would be that would be better. That would be better.
Ayan. So actually, bro, that is the reason why I started inviting Vietnamese players in our podcast. Because I have some Vietnamese friends who I used to play in Cabal Mobile Korea, and they are telling me that a lot of our friends felt left out, and it's because they don't understand. Even CMs are speaking in English. A lot of them doesn't understand completely. So that's the reason why when I had Harry as our first guest, Vietnamese guest, I even hired a Vietnamese translator just to show them that you can do this one in your show. Right? I told them that unfortunately until now I think it's only Mr. Wormy who is Vietnamese. But
he's playing the game.
Yes, but the problem is when Mr. Wormy is in the stream, he doesn't speak Vietnamese at all. He speaks English.
I think that I would prefer that, just only speaking English.
Yeah. So I mean, to our point earlier, even players, even Vietnamese players, they don't understand Vietnamese English that much. So it is really.
You can't. But for English, you can still guess. Like for sure that they don't speak English.
Yeah.
Fluently, but at least they can still guess, right? They can still guess instead of like hearing Tagalog and don't understand anything.
Yeah, and there is a higher probability that they can understand that live stream if it's in English compared to it's in Filipino. I think it's close to 0% of understanding what they are talking about. So I absolutely agree of having CM or GM or anyone, even a live streamer who is very active, who can help communicate with our Vietnamese players, our Vietnamese community. There was one commenter in my YouTube channel when I posted that you will be there, and they asked me why I am doing that, and I said, I wanted to give props to the Vietnamese brothers who contributed a lot for this game to be up, because I know a lot of Vietnamese brothers who are spending a lot for this game, which contributed a lot for this game to stay online. I hope so. Anything else? Events? Are we good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think for
Oh, here.
yeah.
I have a last question. Can you, if you have a chance to, um, if you have a chance to request and they will grant it, what event would you like to have in game?
Mm,
I'm just
so
trying to remember all of the events that I enjoyed while I was playing Cabal on. So give me a few seconds.
Okay. Yeah, because I was the one who requested upgrade events because I saw a lot of players enjoyed that in Cabal Mobile Korea.
was it
Yeah.
the chaos upgrade or the normal upgrade?
The normal upgrade. You know, the reason why I don't like the chaos upgrade is that is the part of the game that is very challenging. So
Yeah.
I wanted to keep that way. That's also the reason why I'm very upset when they released the gacha plus 15 gacha.
Yeah.
Because the excitement, the thrilling part of the game is gone because they can just get it. If you have money, get it. You know, the normal event upgrade is very important, especially for free to play players.
Yeah.
Because it's if you get your weapon or armors to plus 15, even you don't have decent accessories yet, you can farm way higher or way faster than you don't have those things.
I think like in Cabo BC back in the day, there were several events. That where you can get the am and the source am scroll. Like you farm in dungeon and get some tickets and then you exchange for it.
Yeah.
I think they should do that because especially currently the gap between the non-spender and the spender is really high. It is a big gap to fill. So by having those types of event, the free-to-play players will have the opportunity to gear up.
Yes, I agree. And there is a similar event I played in Cabal PC before, wherein you have to go to dungeons and you get this like example. If Valentine's, the word is love, like you are completing letters, and then you can exchange to like safeguard kit.
Mhm.
Like example, you complete 50 each of these letters, and then you can get safeguard kit. So it can help you to upgrade your weapons, your items.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. Van, do you
Yeah.
have anything to add, bro?
That's the event that I was gonna say because that's
Mhm.
how I got my weapon and armors 2 plus 15 back then. So I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
that event, and even without the higher chances of a success, as long as there's a safeguard kit, it's still better than having no safeguard kit at all. So I think that would eliminate having to create dummies because you'd have to spam at least IC and above. I mean, Illusion's Castle and above dungeon.
Right.
Tickets on the lower dungeons that can be abused by using auto clicker. So I think that would be a great event. Having and Valentine's is coming up soon, so I think it's the perfect time to do that.
Yeah. So it just came in like, how about the login event?
The what?
Daily login event. What is your take about daily login event?
Yeah, I told you earlier. I think that's one of the event that encourage people to create clones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So what's the better way to fix this is to increase the level cap. I think which they already did.
Yeah,
And some item has to be, was it like character binding or account binding so that they cannot move between clones just to do the upgrade. The
yeah,
golden kit that they can use that to do the extreme upgrade, right?
yeah.
So they need to fix that too.
So, because I saw this comment from our viewer, I mentioned this in my previous live stream. In Cabal Korea, bro, Val and Tom, we have this event wherein on special occasions like Chinese New Year, they will give you a voucher wherein you can exchange it for plus 20 quad amp boots for 10 hours.
Mm.
So in Korea, they don't give free safeguard or those stuff. But he said here, like, where is that thing? Hiram na lakas. It means they allow you to be strong in a certain amount of time. So the result is that people will go to dungeons more often because that time they are stronger. So they will farm. If that is 10 hours, if they can do farm in 10 hours, they will do it. So I think instead of gacha ticket and other stuff in the daily login, they can do that as well.
Yeah. I think before they gave us the birthday ring for like a few hours.
Yeah, it is something like the birthday ring. Yes, exactly. Val, any addition, Val?
Yeah, I think that sounds good. The last time that I played Cabal online, it actually had that event plus 15 Demonite, plus 15 Demonite items. That's not permanent. I think it's 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course everyone could go B3f after getting the plus 15 Demonite weapon and armor. So I think that's a good event.
Yes. That's what we call Ayuda event in Cabal Mobile Korea. Here, our viewer also mentioned that they can hire Vietnamese translator if they don't want to hire a CM, and he is sure that they have a budget for that. Yes, I agree.
But then I think that is not really.
CM is the best, I think,
Yeah,
because
CM the best because having a translator.
it will be integrated to the system, right?
And I don't think it's time efficient since, as we know, live streams can be long and it would double
Yes.
the time if everything
Yes.
was related.
And like my friend has a very good English, but because she doesn't know the game, she cannot give the thoughts in Vietnamese very well. So the CM must be like at least the CM should be knowledgeable about the game that they are talking about.
Yeah.
Even they don't play, but they should be knowledgeable to the game that they are talking about. So finish with the event.
Yeah.
Are we good? Okay. Bro, I am taking too much of your time. We are currently 1 hour and 48 minutes. Are we still okay to continue?
How many topics do we have left?
Next will be bugs, and then last topic will be improvements and suggestions.
Okay, let's try to cover that in like in 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, let's try to do
You
it.
okay with that?
Yeah. So let's go with bugs. Topic is bugs.
For bugs, right? Currently, I think that we have. I'm not sure if they fixed the enhanced score bug yet. The one that like if you fail, the items decrease by 2 levels.
Yes, it should be -1, but you get -2, right?
Okay, yeah, that's one of the. And then I think there was an issue with the VAB package, the 2,900 gem or something, or 2,500. I don't remember right now. But the problem is that the cube in that package you cannot is unable to wear.
So anything else? Oh, how about the collection?
The collection bug, yeah.
Yeah. Let me check. Val, while I'm checking the message, do you have any addition about bugs?
Yeah. The one that I hate the most right now is the B3f Quest Bug, wherein unable to finish the quest, and not all of the times we have wizards in our party. And of course,
Mm.
so it's always beneficial to get the SP boost at the end of every run. And of course, you're aiming to get the 5th run as early as possible, or the 10th run, for you to have the cube and the option scroll. But that's not happening. I think Tom and I had a run wherein out of 5 tries, 3 of them were bugs.
That you spend a lot to buy the entry.
To motivate players if they're expecting to finish in a certain time, just like what we said earlier. We're very so 1 hour only to play for that day, and we dedicated for B3, and we weren't able to get the 5th run because of that. That's kind disappointing.
Right.
Wait, Val, I just want to ask you something. In Mission War,
Mhm.
you participate in the 169 Mission War, right? Before,
Yeah.
you see the middle legacy. It's always one hit, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think that's
so-
per bracket one until 169.
I think that's but in the 189 we didn't get one hit from the middle legacy, correct?
Yeah, we don't.
So I think that they should bring that features into the 189 wars.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how it worked in the Cabal BC, or is it a bug? I think the 169 one is the correct version.
Yeah, it's a bug actually, and the negative thing about it, if you have high, for example, you're a warrior, you could farm points by just getting auto kill. And for me, I don't think that it's a good feature. But if they would remove the points for getting killed by that, I think that's good, so that you
I see.
solo it. But if points would be added whenever you die, so for example, I have like close to 90k when we're at war, so at least that's 100 points if you die. So I don't think that that would be beneficial if it wouldn't remove the points. But I agree that it's something that they could integrate, so we could avoid the rushing mid or soloing mid just to get points.
Bro, I just saw this one. Do you have any knowledge about cheat engine being used in Cabal Mobile?
No.
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 I see. But I think even though this is not yet confirmed, I think they should take a
I don't
look
think that's a bug, to
at
be
this
honest
one.
with you. I think that's a bug. We're talking about bugs right now, right?
Right, yes.
Tom, I'm not sure if you were online at the time.
So you're breaking up. Val, couldn't hear you.
Yeah. So, is it better now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
Yeah.
To my side, it's okay. I don't know with
Mm-hmm.
Tom.
All right. So, we had like one straight day of war wherein an FA was spamming skills, and we are getting killed even inside the base. So I'm not didn't feel that because your DP was 100k, but there was a single day in war wherein it was in effect. So I think he was banned automatically. But I experienced it within Cabal Mobile. I think it was 2 months ago. So I
Yeah.
just didn't feel it because he is so high. But a lot of the procs are whenever they respawn without any caps being nearby.
Actually, there is an existing cheat right now.
Is it AO?
I'm not really knowledgeable about the specific things that it can do, but this guy is actually a Filipino. This guy used to make this cheat even in Cabal Mobile Korea and Thailand. So there is an existing cheat actually, and in fact, one of the followers submitted the video to me, and I forwarded it to the CMs. But I believe it's not yet fixed. One time he was selling slot extender highest, and I think he was very excited, and he screenshot this dropping of slot extender highest, and you can see he is in Regent Hall. He is in Regent Hall, and he finished it less than 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that with your 90,000 AP, Tom?
No.
Because just the walking, it will take you more than 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just the walking. So it is existing, but hopefully people out there, mga ka-TSC, hopefully the game is very easy already.
Yeah.
And please don't use any cheat.
Yeah, it ruins it.
It will ruin the game.
Yeah.
Please do not support any cheat. Yes. So bugs. Anything else?
Good on my end, Prof.
Tom?
I'm good.
Yeah. So just to add, some existing bugs are visual bugs. Visual bugs. So
the display one. Okay.
Tom and Val mentioned the bugs that actually affect the result of the game. Okay, not only, but yes, you are correct. There are a lot of visual bugs that needed to be fixed. And another example is the premium service plus Blessing Bid Plus. Supposedly, you will get 8 slots in crafting, and now you only get 5. So I would like to mention as well, when Tom and I had a discussion, he mentioned that he wished that for 3 weeks or more, we don't have a new patch. We don't really have a new update, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said that he wished that the developers are using that gap to fix the current bugs, right?
Yep.
I really like that one. That's why I remember. Because
I mean, like if they slowing down the pace of releasing the updates, they can use the time gap to fix.
Yes,
the bugs.
I really like that suggestion. That's why I remember that one, Tom. I actually commented that a few weeks ago, but they, I don't know, it was ignored. That I said, if you are not releasing something new, hopefully you fix the old ones that were already reported. Okay, so let's move to the last part then. To sum up everything, we know that there were previous bugs and problems that happened. Example, the plus 20 bug. I remember, Tom, you are saying in Discord that there should be official statements coming from the management. Like example, the GMF bug, there should be official announcement so we will not be confused which is which, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I think there was announcing something in the Discord chat, but then after a few days there was another announcement from GM Play, right?
Right. So to be safe, I think post it or announce it in Discord and then post it in official Cabal and Facebook page and the website. I think that's the safest thing to do. Okay. So now we're going on to the last topic. Do you have any suggestion to make improvements for our game?
Tom, would you like to go first?
Right?
Yeah. So while you are thinking, I would like to a viewer earlier asked, like, what do you suggest or what do you think
I think we for the improvement I think we talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah.
So for example, in Mission War, I think they should reducing the channels and
Yes.
increase more capacity per nations to make it competitive. Having a CM for Vietnamese community. That's second. For third is for the refunder, right? So the gacha. So try to fix the the refund issues and then release the gacha.
Tom, I would like to add because I took a glance of your message to me. Graphics, Tom.
Graphic. So I think I was asking you before.
Yeah.
Because you play the Korean version. So what do you think about the graphic in the Korean version versus the Filipino version?
I believe it's better in
It's
Korea.
better in the Korea, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like if they can improve that, that would be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I think we have a really low resolution.
Yeah, I agree. I actually upgraded my phone so that it could run Cabal M smoothly. But
And
it runs smoothly in my older phones because of the low graphic.
yeah. So how about now that you were able to set it to the highest settings?
It's still the same. I'm using iPhone 6, iPhone 7s, and iPhone 11. All of them looks the same.
So the graphics doesn't really change, just
Yeah.
the experience of gaming experience.
I upgraded my phone for no reason. I wanted to get like the higher resolution so that I would enjoy the game, but it doesn't matter because of the quality of the resolution and graphics. It runs even on lower phone models.
Yeah.
For F2P players, right? I think the thing there is you can choose to run it on low resolution if your phone can't handle it. But for the phones that can handle it, even if we run it to the highest resolution, it doesn't change.
That's right. Oh, thank you, Get Son. So he's saying that he hopes that we can invite someone in the podcast like CM or GM or any representative of Play Park. I actually invited the CMs before then, but later they told me that the company did not allow them to do so because of the contract or something. So
That's standard.
I am doing a guesting in Play Park soon, but I don't know if it will push through, and I don't know what is the topic. If ever they will ask me about these questions, all the ideas from our guests, Tom, Val, and the previous guest, I will make sure that I will mention all of this in the podcast, in the live stream, if ever I was asked, and thank you for that. Tom, another one. I saw in your note about costumes in item shop. So can you please elaborate that one? That is your suggestion, right?
I think instead of like getting costume via gacha, we should just sell it on the item shops.
Yep.
Yeah, because in the beginning, people can just top up and then get costume via gacha, right? But it's gonna take. They have to spend a lot of money to get the version that they want, right? To get the costume that they want. So I think instead of, if we put the costume on item shops, I think that they would make more money that way. Because right now, who would want to spend a lot of money getting costume via gacha? It doesn't make any sense.
Right. Especially if they finish the collection of costumes already.
Mm-hmm.
Did you complete your collection, bro?
For costume? No,
Yeah.
I didn't do it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Ri, another Vietnamese player who was my friend since Korea. He did actually completed his collection. He was making videos in YouTube and Facebook before.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to cost you a lot of money just to complete those collections.
Yeah. Val, how about you, Val? Any other suggestion or to improve the game or the community?
Yeah. Actually, this is the last part, right?
Yes, bro.
So, for me, we've already discussed a lot of things that needs improvement. I have some time to probably share the good experience that I had with Cabal M. Is that possible, Prof?
Can you say it again, bro?
Sorry. So
I think we've discussed a lot of things that improved on the previous interactions that we.
Sorry, Val, you're breaking.
Oh,
You're breaking.
I figure it out. You're saying that if you can say the good experiences you had in
Yeah,
Cabal,
yeah,
right?
just so
Okay.
that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go.
That's a
What
good
about
one, bro. Yeah.
yeah?
But to give, this is a very good friend of mine. He asked earlier what we can suggest. So the players who left already will come back,
Mhm.
and or the current players will stay. What can we suggest for, like, maybe in the game, something that they haven't implemented yet? I think, or because we suggested a lot already. So anything else you to encourage more players to come back and to stay, or even get new players to join in?
I think what we've discussed is good.
I
Yeah,
think I think that like I just have a feeling that we all the players just feeling that they're being left out. For example, when you get when you're filing a ticket, for example, it takes several weeks to get a reply
hmm
for the issue to get resolved. I think that if they can, fasten fasten
yeah. Yes,
fasten
yes, I
the
agree.
procedure, it will it just it will make the people feel that they being heard. So by doing that, they will stay playing keep playing the game. That's
Yep,
what I think.
that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Bro, now that you mentioned about the filing ticket, I actually suggested to them that they should make a step-by-step guide on how to file a ticket, because a lot of players doesn't know how to do it, and I cannot make a guide because I actually don't know. Like, there are a lot of categories. I actually don't know what are those categories for. So I asked them, because they have the knowledge and the data. They can talk to whoever made that ticketing system. I told them, you should make a detailed guide about that one, because some of the players, they filed a ticket, but they don't know if they filed it correctly or not.
Hmm. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this, but I think they should give us the opportunity to change the email.
Mm,
Like so currently we in order to play the game we have to have a Gmail, Facebook, Play Park, and Apple ID, right?
yes, that's right.
Yeah. So let's say if we want to switch from iOS to
Problem, Tom.
Android, then I cannot do that, right?
Yeah.
So I think I have a friend that have the issue that his Facebook is disabled.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. Yes.
so he cannot log into the games anymore.
I
And
I will
so
take note of this one, Tom. This is really good one.
so they should help people that want to switch the email or the method of logging into the game.
Yep. So same for people, Prof. We want to have a pilot. We can do that for iOS users since it's Apple binded. So if the person who's gonna use the account has Android, they can't log in. So,
Oh, I see. Oh, it would be a problem for me. I'm actually currently I'm using Gmail,
mhm.
but I'm planning to buy iPad Mini 6.
Okay, so you
Uh,
can
That's
no
fine.
no
You,
5 minutes you can still
oh,
log
that
in.
is fine.
That
But
is
if you are
fine.
using Apple ID and
Yeah,
you will
for
use
me
Android,
for
it
me
will
for
be a
me
problem.
yeah, for me it will be a problem
I see.
because I'm using
So
Apple ID.
yep, same.
thank you for that information, because when I heard that, actually, I was thinking, it, will I have a problem in the
No,
future
no,
or
no.
not?
If you're using Google,
Okay.
But I think
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but I just mentioned earlier the example was one of my friend like
Mhm.
in Gil, the Facebook was disabled, so he can
Yeah.
he cannot log in anymore. And they didn't answer his ticket because like he was trying to switch the Facebook to a different email account.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That's good to know. Okay. So for our closing, bro, I think because of the question, how can we attract more players to come back, new players to join us, and for the current players to stay? I think Val had a good idea, like to share our good experiences. I really like that. So for our closing statements, I think we can do that, Val and Tom. And of course, if you wanted to greet someone, do a shout out, we can do that. So who would like to start?
Yeah, I should probably start. So first off, a lot of shout outs from my fellow guild members. So number one is the Drunken Master, Xsend. Second is Icheus, Zibriana Adams, Madam Auring, Miggy, and then Unpredictable, X Bride, um, Deeper, Purple Haze, and Fuka. So those are the people who I wanna shout out. All of them were watching earlier. And Sir Tom, not sure if you read, but Bello wanted a shout out from you. So I just wanted to air it out. So and the message that I wanted to share is that I didn't expect for that I can find good friends within CBM. So I actually had a lot of bonding moments with fellow guild members inside and outside of the game. And what
Mhm.
I share, something that really struck out in my mind is that when one of our guild members experienced difficulties since he was located in Cebu, as you know,
Mhm.
it terribly hit with the recent typhoon.
Yeah.
Some of the guild members donated money, even
Right.
here display. So for me, that's something that's really good that came out of this game.
Mhm.
Great great way to spend your free time, camaraderie, and you were able to build good relationship with other people all around the world. Since we have a lot of players from Canada who's using VPN,
Right.
and other countries, Vietnam especially. So for me, I was really shocked with that, and I'm really thankful for CBM for that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. Now that you mentioned about VPN, Tom, you are in Canada right now, correct?
That's correct.
Are you using VPN?
I am currently using VPN.
Because they announced, I think last month, that players outside Philippines and Vietnam can now access the game without a VPN. But I cannot try it. So uh,
Mm. I
can
think not all
you
of them.
can you confirm that one? If it's
Not all of them. For me, I still have to use VPN.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. And to add from what Val said, that's really nice. I am actually going to use my platform to get more like donations to help because I had a merch last month and the proceeds of the merch will be donated. And as well, January is my birth month actually, and I said I will donate my personal money as well. But the thing is, I would like to find some organization that can give certification because I will ask the viewers to donate to me, and if I don't have any certification, they can say that oh you just take the money you did not give it right. So I'm still in the process of finding an organization wherein even it's not that big they can give you a certification that the money went to the right person or right for those who are in need. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Val. I think that would inspire a lot of people to join a guild and enjoy the game, not only the game itself, but the camaraderie that is involved in playing this one. Thank you. Tom, anything that anyone would like to greet, and of course, you want to share to us.
I just want to thank you, TSC, for having us here today, and thank you, Val, for accompanying me. And just want to say thank you to the viewers from outside of my guild and inside the guild. Just thank you for everything. And just leave me a message if you want to run any dungeon, and I'll try my best to help you guys.
Yeah. Now I am about to ask, like, what time do you usually play? So, like, my problem is I'm not that strong yet, and the viewers are requesting to run dungeons higher than AFI and AFT2, but I cannot do it myself. So,
Oh, I see. So, I would say around, like, during weekend, maybe around this time. And then during weekday, I would say around 7 a.m. to like 11 on noon PS time.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, so are we going to end this one now? No more additions?
Yeah.
No more addition.
Okay. So first, I would like to thank Tom and Van for joining us today. And actually, I received a lot of new ideas. You know, I've been talking to a lot of players, but this one is quite different. And we were able to share the what I call the real essence of joining Filipinos and Vietnamese in this server. No? So this is one evidence, a proof that two nations can actually play and work together and have a good harmony. You know, I'm really amazed, and I'm actually encouraging other players to try joining our Vietnamese brothers. They are really nice. I've been here for 3 years, and I can attest to that. And a shout out to my sister, and she is actually a supporter of our YouTube channel. So Miss Chris Williams, and shout out to you. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite the viewers who were not yet a follower and subscriber of our channel page, TSC Game Center. So all of our social media accounts are TSC Game Center, Facebook page, YouTube channel, TikTok. So if you enjoy this one, please do follow, like, and subscribe TSC Game Center. So I think that's it for today. Thank you again, Tom and Val. I hope we can have you again in the future.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. So, ayun mga ka-TSC, maraming salamat ulit. Ingat tayong lahat. I think Val and Tom, I would like to say my usual goodbyes to my viewers. So, I will remove you on the screen before I will finally end this live stream. Thanks again, bro, and I'll see you in game.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, everyone.
Ayan mga ka-TSC, finally nakahinga na tayo ng maluwag dahil makakapag-Tagalog na ako. Salamat mga ka-TSC. So, unang tanong sa inyo, nakailang tissue ba kayo mga ka-TSC? So, uli, ako'y natutuwa at nagpapasalamat kay Val at Tom kasi napakaganda ng mga insights nila. Hindi lang tungkol sa game kung hindi yung na-experience nila doon sa nabuong pagsasama, no? Sa nabuong guild. Napakaganda mga ka-TSC. So sana maging inspirasyon yun sa inyo na yung paglalaro natin hindi lang puro para kumita ng pera, hindi lang puro para lumakas sa game, Kung hindi, pwede rin tayong makabuo ng napakagandang samahan between players. Not only between Filipinos, but between foreigners, like not only Vietnamese and Filipinos and foreigners that are playing Cabal M. Yeah. So, ayun ang aking Yon ang aking pinaka masasabi sa ating naging live stream. Napakaganda mga ka-TSA. Hopefully, meron ding nanonood dyan from Play Park para naman yung magagandang points na pwede nyong i-adapt ay makuha ninyo. So, uli, ingat tayong lahat mga ka-TSC. Thank you sa pagsubaybay, pag-comment, pag-like, pag-follow. Ingat tayong lahat, matulog tayo na mahimbing at sana lahat tayo ay gigising nang sa ganon ay magkita-kita tayo sa susunod na live stream. This is TSC Game Center signing off. Thank you.